Just arrived in the valley for what I hope will be 35 miles in one day. And look at the water flowing over Bridal Veil. There's El Cap, and I don't even know what that is, but there's just so much water. It's beautiful. All the meadows are flooded. You can see Yosemite Falls is absolutely gushing. Oh, the mighty Merced. We used to sit and play in rocks right there that are now all underwater. So funny, half the campground is flooded, including the direction to the backpackers campground, because the Merced is way over. So I've got to take a very lengthy alternate route to get there. 5:30 in the morning start. I actually saw people sleeping up on the edge of North Dome last night. You can see their lights. It's kind of cool. Normally this time of year you can play in the peaceful Merced. Not this season. Wow, the violent Merced. Valley, Yosemite Falls, and good morning to Glacier Point. At the bottom of the mist trail, look at that. Wow. That is nuts. Well, the mist trail lived up to its treacherous name today. It is cold and misty. That is rain, not sweat. Oh, that's crazy. I'm glad I brought a second pair of shoes because it was so wet at the waterfall. It's like I jumped in a pool. Completely soaked. Underwear, socks, everything. Crazy. Waterfall number 2. And my socks are still soaked through. It's so wet, the trail is underwater with its own waterfalls. Finally working my way into the sunshine, into the little Yosemite Valley. You can just see Half Dome. Now that is a view of Half Dome from behind. Wow. Pretty epic view of Quarter Dome there, and then Half Dome at about 7 miles. Beautiful view back down to the valley. And here you can see Quarter Dome and then Half Dome. On the bitch of a trail to Half Dome, and I get treated to this. Clouds Rest with clouds. I'm gonna be on top of that in several hours. Lord knows how. It looks so far away, and I hear it's covered in snow. From here you can get a beastly view of Quarter Dome. You can see people walking up right there. Look how steep that is. And then the cable's Half Dome right there. I can't do that because I don't have a permit, so I went to the base and turned around. What a magical view, complete with bird sounds and Half Dome where I just came from. Now isn't that just a bitchin' view of where I just came from? Now I'm on these brutal switchbacks to Clouds Rest. Whew. Brutal. But I get this. Oh yeah. Walking in the shadow of this giant monolith at 9,500 feet. I gotta go 500 feet over that beast. Well, I guess this is what it's gonna be like the rest of the way to Clouds Rest. Several feet of snow, no trail anywhere in sight. Just gotta go uphill. This is just crazy. Very slow going. Here's Clouds Rest. Last mile and 1,000 feet of gain has been solid snow. Straight up a mountain like a ski resort. Crazy difficult. Now that I'm up here, I'm actually pretty worried about how I'm gonna find my way down. Look at that. Well, now on the top of Clouds Rest, and you can look all these trails to the north and east. Can't even do them, just covered in snow. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Now at 10,000 feet. Ooh, but spectacular. Literally, some of it is skiing down the mountain. Coming down from Clouds Rest. Snow is behind me, thankfully. Mile 20 in Little Yosemite Valley, right next to the beautiful Merced, where I had breakfast. Good place to get water and move on. Cool part of the trail. So beautiful. Oh man, 22 miles back into the valley. That is crazy. John Muir Trail at mile 23, backside of Half Dome, looking stupendous, and approaching the Panorama Trail. There's Half Dome through the trees, and you can see a gazillion miles away there Clouds rest with the snow patch that I just suffered through. Another interesting trail, full of water. Gorgeous panoramic vista on the panorama trail. Half Dome and Yosemite Falls. Beautiful view of Yosemite Falls and Glacier Point there. My car's right at the bottom, but I have 12 miles to get there. You can actually see my parking lot a gazillion miles down there, that little yellow patch. Lillooet Falls on the way to Glacier Point. You just barely catch the falls. I'm gonna cross the bridge over here. Another wild waterfall. I used to sit here and fill water. Now it's just too crazy. Oh, what a beautiful trail on my way to Glacier Point at 26 miles. So I started way down in the valley, climbed up the first falls, got soaked. Second falls to Yosemite Valley, up Half Dome, down Half Dome, up Clouds Rest, down Clouds Rest, all the way around here, down to Lillooet Creek, on my way to Glacier Point. Good Lord. And then back into the valley. You can properly see Lillooet Falls for the first time, what I just crossed. Picturesque little river crossing. Made it to Glacier Point, exactly 10.5 hours, 10,000 feet of climbing. I've seen every single side of Half Dome. Now I'm at 27.5 miles, broke my record. Problem is I still have another 7.5 to go. Going down the windy Glacier Point Trail, there's El Cap. So far no blisters, just blissful views. Look at the mega flooded valley. Yay, back into the valley after 32 plus miles. Just a few more to go. Oh man, I'm exhausted. All right, just finished 35 miles. Went up the Mist Trail, up to Half Dome, and to Clouds Rest. Then back down the Mist Trail to the Panorama Trail, which took me to Glacier Point, and down the Glacier Point Trail, back to my car, 35 whopping miles.